Christina was in the middle of a crucial data analysis when her screen suddenly went black. Panic surged through her as she frantically tried to reboot the system. The AI project they had been working on for months was at a critical juncture, and any delay could set them back significantly. In the next room, Sami sensed something was wrong. He had always been attuned to Christina's movements, and the sudden silence from her workstation was unsettling. He rushed over to find her staring at the unresponsive screen, her face pale with worry. "What's going on?" Sami asked, trying to keep his voice calm. "I don't know," Christina replied, her voice trembling. "The system just crashed and I can't get it back online. If we lose this data..." Sami felt a knot tighten in his stomach. The thought of losing Christina's hard work was unbearable. He took a deep breath, trying to steady his nerves. "We'll figure it out together," he said, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. They spent the next few hours troubleshooting the issue, their minds racing against the clock. Sami's anxiety grew with each passing moment, but he knew he had to stay focused for Christina's sake. They tried everything they could think of, from checking the hardware connections to running diagnostics on the software. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Sami had an idea. "What if we bypass the main system and access the backup server directly?" he suggested. Christina's eyes lit up. "It's worth a shot," she agreed. Working together, they managed to reroute the system and access the backup server. Relief washed over them as the screen flickered back to life, displaying the familiar interface of their AI project. The data was intact, and the system was running smoothly once again. Christina let out a sigh of relief, her shoulders relaxing for the first time in hours. "We did it," she said, a smile spreading across her face. Sami smiled back, feeling a wave of pride and gratitude. "We make a pretty good team," he said. As they resumed their work, the bond between them felt stronger than ever. They knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they could face them together. The revelation of Sami's past had cast a shadow over their relationship, but Christina was determined to stand by him. She knew that facing this challenge together would only strengthen their bond. The next morning, Christina woke up with a plan. She called Sami and asked him to meet her at the cafe where they had shared so many meaningful conversations. When he arrived, she greeted him with a warm smile and a reassuring hug. "I've been thinking about what you told me," she began, her voice steady. "And I want you to know that I'm here for you, no matter what. We'll figure this out together." Sami looked at her, his eyes filled with gratitude and relief. "Thank you, Christina," he said. "I don't know what I would do without you." Christina squeezed his hand. "You don't have to face this alone," she repeated. "First, we need to understand who sent that message and what they want. Do you have any idea who it could be?" Sami nodded slowly. The days following their deep conversation were filled with a newfound closeness between Sami and Christina. They spent more time together, sharing laughter, dreams, and even the quiet moments that spoke volumes. However, just as their bond seemed unbreakable, an unexpected obstacle emerged. One evening, as they were walking through a park, Sami's phone buzzed with a notification. He glanced at the screen and his face paled. Christina noticed the change in his demeanor immediately. "Is everything okay?" she asked, concern etched in her voice. Sami hesitated before showing her the message. It was from an unknown number, but the words sent a chill down his spine. "I know what you did. Your past is catching up with you." Christina read the message and looked up at Sami, her eyes wide with worry. "What does this mean?" she asked. Sami took a deep breath, his mind racing. "There's something I haven't told you," he admitted, his voice trembling. "Before I moved here, I was involved in something complicated. I thought I had left it all behind, but it seems like it's coming back to haunt me." Christina's heart ached for him. "Sami, whatever it is, we'll face it together," she said firmly. "You don't have to go through this alone." But Sami shook his head, fear and guilt clouding his eyes. "I don't want to drag you into this mess," he said. "It's too dangerous." Christina reached out and took his hand. "We're in this together," she insisted. "We'll figure it out, but you need to trust me and let me help you." Sami looked at her, torn between his desire to protect her and his need for her support. "Okay," he finally said, his voice barely above a whisper. "I'll tell you everything." As they sat down on a nearby bench, Sami began to unravel the secrets of his past, revealing a world of hidden dangers and unresolved conflicts. Christina listened intently, her resolve to stand by him growing stronger with each word. The unexpected obstacle had cast a shadow over their connection, but it also brought them closer in a way they hadn't anticipated. Together, they would face whatever challenges lay ahead, their bond tested but unbroken. "There are a few people from my past who might want to cause trouble," he admitted, "but I thought I had left all of that behind." Christina's mind raced as she considered their options. "We need to be proactive," she said. "Let's start by gathering any information you have about these people. We can also talk to a lawyer to understand our legal options and ensure you're protected." Over the next few days, Christina and Sami worked together tirelessly. Christina took charge of organizing the information, creating a detailed timeline of events from Sami's past. She also reached out to a trusted lawyer, setting up a meeting to discuss their situation. Throughout it all, Christina was a pillar of strength for Sami. She provided emotional support, listening to his fears and reassuring him that they would get through this together. She also took practical steps to ensure his safety, such as changing his phone number and enhancing the security of his home. One evening, as they were reviewing their progress, Sami looked at Christina with a newfound admiration. "You've done so much for me," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "I don't know how I'll ever repay you." Christina smiled and shook her head. "You don't have to repay me, Sami," she said softly. "That's what friends do. We support each other no matter what." As they continued to face the challenges ahead, Sami felt a deep sense of gratitude for Christina's unwavering support. He knew that with her by his side, he could overcome any obstacle. Their connection had been tested, but it had emerged stronger than ever, a testament to the power of true friendship and love.